Today we're going to work with a spreadsheet on budget and record keeping. You have a worksheet, it's called Spreadsheet Application Record Keeping that I gave you. And I sent you this spreadsheet via your school email, and you should have it open if you haven't done so already. Once you open it, you're going to go to File, Make Copy, and then that way you can actually edit it, because the one that I shared with you can't edit. And the first thing I'd like you to do before you start to do any typing is I would like you to share it with me so that you have turned it in, and then you can still make changes to it, but you won't forget to turn it in. So you're going to go share, and you'll start to type my name in, hit save and share, and then now you've turned it in, and now you can work on it. You don't have to worry about turning it in at the end of class. So today we're going to use the spreadsheet as the tool that it is. Last time you just were plugging numbers in. But today we're actually going to learn about functions in there. So we're going to go the budget category. Let's type in groceries. And the amount that was budgeted was $200. So, I'll just do a couple of them here. I can spell utilities. There we go. Utilities are $220, and I'm just reading these off of my spreadsheet. So the first thing I'd like you to do is I want you to go down to the bottom, and you're going to go total. And you're going to use the function. It's going to be called sum. So equal sum. Put in that parentheses, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go up here and you're going to click on the 200. And when you come over 200, and when you start to drag that down like this, you click your mouse and you drag the mouse down, it starts to fill it in for you. And you can hit enter. So now the spreadsheet has automatically done that sum for you. You don't have to do it on your calculator. So anytime that you type something in, the house payment is $715. That sum down there changes for you. So the work has been done for you now that you've used that function. Another function that you're going to use is in the difference, but let's fill some of those in. So we have $195 is what we actually spent in April. And in the difference column, we are going to do equal sign, and the difference is subtraction. When we find the difference, we want to do the amount budgeted minus April actual spent. And now we can actually see the B3 is the cell that the $200 is in, and the C3 is the cell that the $195 is in. And if I hit enter, that's going to give me an answer, so $5. So now, rather than doing that every single time you hit in numbers, you're going to click on that cell, and when you move your mouse around over the side, you see that the box in the corner, and you put it on there, you get the crosshairs. And you click that crosshairs and you pull it down, it's filled it in for you. So here you can see that it's giving you that difference. Well, we don't have any April actual yet, so it's giving you 220. But if we put something in that actual from our worksheet, so it's 235 from the worksheet, plugging that in, it'll change it for you. And that house payment, $715, it does the work for you. Okay. We're going to do that in all our columns. So for example, May, so 197. Again, we'll do the difference. So subtraction, what you budgeted minus what you spent. We can pull that down. The June, we spent 206. Again, the difference will be subtraction, what I budgeted minus what I spent, and I can pull that down. So I would like you, just like we did the sum column over here, and you can see if you click on that cell, you can look up here and say, oh, look at that, that's the function that I did put in. So I want you to do that for all the difference column, or all the columns across the bottom. And you can do that with the function. So if I take this crosshairs and I pull it this way, those get filled in for me as well. So again, anytime I type something in, so let's, for example, let's do house insurance. $30. April, what I spent was $30. It changes for me, and all those numbers across the bottom changed for me. So I'll just show you with utilities. Utilities, $225. Those numbers start to change for me. What I spent in June for utilities is $210. I'm just reading those numbers off the spreadsheet. Again, and all that stuff changes for me, which is awesome. We're going to do the 3-month difference. The 3-month difference will be the sum of the difference columns. So we can go equal sign. We're going to use the function sum again. But this time, we're going to have to click on that column, then put a comma, click on that column, put a comma, and click on that column, and hit enter. And that sum has been, and it's working, that sum has been found for us. Oh, did I have the right? I don't know if I had the right value there. Let's see here. What do I have? That's good. That's good. Okay, making sure all those numbers are right. And again, 3-month difference, I can pull that all the way down. And again, that's going to find that difference for us. And if we put those numbers in, so here the difference was I spent $715. Oh. In May I spent $715. And in June I spent $715. Those numbers have changed for us. So really there is no difference because what I budgeted for my house payment is what I spent for my house payment. So there should be no difference and no difference there. The other columns that are not part of the spreadsheet are 3-month average actually spent and 3-month average of percent of budget. So to find that, you're going to go equal sign, and the average is AVG. Oh, no, actually, you have to type average, AVERAGE, and you can see it there. They start to fill in for you. So you can click that, fills in, and then you're going to go through and go the actual spent. So click that, comma, May actual spent, comma, June actual spent. And then you can hit enter, and that average is taken for you. And if you did that on your calculator, if you added up 195 plus 197 plus 206 and divided it by 3, you'd get $199. So that work's done for you. So again, I can take that spreadsheet, I can put my crosshairs on, I can pull down, and that stuff's been filled in for me. So here's my $715, that's what I actually spent. These are division right here. This says no error or no valid data because you haven't put any values in over here. But once you have, those will change. So let's just, for example, transportation is my next one. $215. What I actually spent was $205, reading those from the spreadsheet. The change is made for me. May actual spent is $212. The change is made for me. The June actual spent is $210. Change is made for me. And then that 3-month average actually gets changed because I put in values. The last thing is the 3-month average percent of budget. When we find percent of budget, you can read it off of your 3-3 worksheet using a budget. Percent of budget is equal to the amount budgeted divided by the total budget. So you're going to find the 3-month average. You're going to go equal sign, 3-month average. The division sign is the slash. It's underneath your question mark on your keyboard. And then you're going to go to the amount actual budgeted, hit that, and I'm going to change that to be a percent, percent, and you don't have to change that. I'll change that in your spreadsheet before I share it with you. So I've actually used 99.6% of my budget for the last 3 months. And again, if I pull that down, there, I can get what have I I've used 101.52% of my actual budget for utilities, so I've actually used a little bit more than what I've budgeted. 100% I've used what I've budgeted, so we can go down and get all those numbers. If you have any questions, you can watch this video again, or I can come over and help you individually. Good luck, and please ask if you have questions.